In everyday life, words can have great power, but they can also cause unwanted consequences. Wise people know that not everything needs to be said, and there are stories that they absolutely avoid mentioning. Did you know that only fools always hang unnecessary stories from their mouths? From private secrets to things that should not be shared, every story can hurt others or create misunderstandings. So, are you curious to know 6 stories that wise people will never tell? Let's explore and find out why these things are kept secret. 1. Unintentionally exposing, revealing difficult private stories or personal shortcomings of others. In life, everyone has their own limits regarding personal matters, especially shortcomings or private matters. Unsolicited disclosure or exposure of these issues can be hurtful and upsetting to the person involved. When you disclose other people's private matters, you not only invade their personal space, but also create a sense of distrust and resentment. Furthermore, this can cause you to be labeled as a gossip or gossip. Gradually, people will distance themselves from you, no longer wanting to communicate or share anything personal. This leads to social isolation. An important principle in communication is to respect the privacy of others. Instead of criticizing or exposing their shortcomings, show empathy and support. When discussing, do it tactfully, without causing harm. In short, unsolicited disclosure of private matters not only hurts others, but also has negative consequences for relationships. To maintain a positive communication environment, always remember that respect and empathy are very important. 2. Always aim at past mistakes. When you have good intentions to advise others, you need to be careful in how you express them. Don't let your advice become a knife stabbing into unhealed wounds, especially when you constantly mention their past mistakes. Bringing up bad things will only make them feel hurt and easily stimulate a rebellious mentality. No matter how good your intentions are, if you don't know how to present them, you can accidentally hurt others. Start with positive points before moving on to issues that need improvement so that they feel more comfortable receiving your opinions. Instead of criticizing, tactfully suggest that they realize what needs to be changed. Your goal is to help them, not to put them down. Create a space for them to feel that you are there for them, helping them through their difficulties. This way, you will help them listen and accept what you want to share more sincerely. 3. Personal attacks in debates. In debates, personal attacks are a negative action and should not happen. Mature and rational people need to distinguish between arguing about things and arguing about people. We should focus on the specific issue being discussed, instead of using the other person's personal problems as an excuse to attack them. When the debate turns into personal attacks, the constructive nature of the discussion is broken. Criticism can hurt the other person's self-esteem and lead to division, leaving the problem unresolved. Moreover, this negatively affects the relationship between the two parties, making both parties feel disappointed. To maintain a positive debate environment, it is necessary to stay calm and respect the other person's point of view. Criticize the idea without hurting the person expressing it. In short, personal attacks not only harm others, but also complicate the problem. The goal of an argument is to find a solution, not to attack each other. 4. Talking too directly. Talking too directly can lead to many problems in communication, especially in personal and work relationships. Although being direct is often considered a virtue, it can also become a double-edged sword if not used tactfully. When you directly express what you think without considering the listener's feelings, it is easy to hurt them. these words can not only make others feel criticized, but can also lead to them resisting or even alienating you. It is often said that words have power, and this is absolutely true in any communication situation. A thoughtless statement can leave a lasting psychological wound, affecting the listener's confidence and emotions. Instead of always saying what we think, we should take the time to consider carefully and choose the words to express. This does not mean we have to be fake or say things that are not true, but rather learn to convey our opinions in a more tactful and subtle way. Remember, frankness must be accompanied by empathy. When exchanging opinions or giving advice, start with positive points so that others feel encouraged before moving on to issues that need improvement. This not only helps others feel comfortable, but also creates an opportunity for them to open up to listen to you more. Communicating positively can also create a friendly atmosphere where people feel safe to express their opinions and feelings. In addition, tact in communication also demonstrates the speaker's courage and intelligence. When you know how to adjust your expression according to each situation and audience, you will not only avoid unnecessary misunderstandings, but also help build better and more sustainable relationships. Finally, always remember that communication is an art, and developing this skill is a never-ending journey. By practicing and learning from real-life situations, you will become an effective communicator, creating deep connections with the people around you. 5. Pretending to be profound. When communicating, one of the common mistakes that many people make is trying to create a complex and sophisticated appearance to demonstrate their intelligence. However, the truth is that the more deeply we understand a problem, the more we should know how to summarize and present it clearly and simply. Using difficult words and convoluted sentences not only reduces the effectiveness of communication, but also makes it difficult for the listener to approach. Wise people are well aware of the principle of simple is the best. They understand that the essence and value often lie in simple things. When a problem is explained simply, it is not only easier to understand, but also has the ability to create connections and positive discussions between the parties involved. On the contrary, pretense of being profound often only demonstrates the shallow intelligence of the communicator. They may attract attention for a short time, but will quickly be perceived as lacking in confidence and unable to communicate effectively. This not only reduces your self-worth in the eyes of others, but can also hinder the building of relationships and collaboration. Ultimately, effective communication is not about appearing wise through complex words, but about being able to convey a message clearly, easily understood, and deeply. Instead of trying to create an appearance of being unpredictable, focus on making your ideas as accessible as possible. 6. Unnecessarily long-winded speech the ancients once taught. Speaking long, talking long becomes foolish. This is clearly reflected in everyday communication, where brevity and conciseness are often valued more than unnecessary long-winded speech. A person's communication skills are not only reflected in the content, but also in the way they express and argue for a point of view. When you speak too long, listeners often find it difficult to understand and easily lose focus. Important ideas can be hidden among redundant sentences, making it difficult for others to grasp the main points you want to convey. In fact, when you speak more, you are also more likely to make unnecessary mistakes, such as repeating opinions or giving inaccurate information. On the contrary, being concise in each sentence brings higher efficiency. When you know how to express yourself in short but meaningful language, you help listeners easily grasp information and follow your story. Brevity not only saves time but also shows respect for the listener. To become an effective communicator, practice expressing your ideas clearly and coherently. This will not only help you become more professional in your communication, but also build trust and respect from those around you. Finally, remember that every word you say counts, and choosing your words carefully will help you convey your message more effectively. Communication is not simply a conversation or an exchange between two or more people. It is also an art of expressing your personality, outlook on life, qualifications, abilities, and the impression you leave in the minds of others. Communication is the bridge that helps us connect with each other, understand each other better, and build strong relationships. A typical example of this is President Abraham Lincoln, a great figure in American history. Before entering politics, he was often ridiculed by people because of his stutter. This not only hurt him, but also affected his confidence and communication skills. However, Lincoln did not let those sarcasm defeat him. When he decided to pursue a career in law, he began to realize the importance of speaking skills in winning people's hearts and expressing himself. He practiced diligently, standing in front of a mirror or by the sea every day, honing not only his speaking skills, but also his expressions and emotions. Through his patience and tireless efforts, he became one of the greatest speakers of his time. Indeed, intelligent people are often clearly aware of the importance of communication skills. They not only know how to behave wisely, but also have the ability to communicate intelligently and effectively. They understand that communication is not just about speaking, but also about listening, understanding, and connecting. These skills help them become more confident in building relationships and achieving success in their careers and lives. This shows that anyone can develop their communication skills if they are determined and make an effort to practice. Communication is a journey of continuous learning, and those who dare to face challenges will reap many successes. Hopefully, these shares will help you better understand the importance of choosing words in communication. If you have any other opinions or stories to share, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to follow the channel so you don't miss the next interesting content. Thank you for watching the video. See you next time.